Well, I'll be damned. Brandon is on time. I'm on time, guys. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on time with me? I mean, I beat you all here. And it feels good. It feels good. I want to start with what I think may be a very incendiary statement. All over social media, I see people crying, complaining, whining, belly aching about the end of EBT. Due to politics, there's a very good chance that come November 1st, there will be no welfare payouts. That's the money. There will be no EBT, electronic benefits transfer, or like we call it in the hood, eat better tonight. All the 40 million people who receive government assistance will go to swipe their cards and the machine will read declined. And for a minute, I started to feel sorry for these people. Because if there's one thing a bunch of freeloaders know how to do, is make up a good sob story. For a minute, I started to feel sorry. I started to feel sorry for the kids. But since that 1 minute has passed, I've gotten to the point where I feel like, yo, I really don't care. And why don't I care? Well, I'll let you know right after I show you this video.
Let's stop acting like people are just living off of food stamps because they fucking want to, okay? If people had enough money, $200, $300, $400 extra to spare for food, they probably wouldn't want to be on fucking food stamps. You guys are ignorant as fucking. It's pissing me the fuck off. We shouldn't have to take care of your kids. Bitch, that's why we pay taxes. We don't get shit else for free. So why the fuck can our tax money go towards people who fucking need it? Food is not a fucking privilege. It's not a privilege to be able to eat. Bitch, you have to eat to survive. Don't piss me off, bro.
No food stamps in November for Thanksgiving is insane. And it has to be a direct attack.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. Before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say, ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck Donald motherfucking Orange Man J. Trump. I'm gonna tell you just like this. What the fuck you mean? Who ain't getting that goddamn food stamps in goddamn November? Cause I'm getting my goddamn shit. I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you just like this on Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ. I will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on and my motherfucking helmet, and I dare a bitch try to stop me from walking out that mother.
Trump, it ain't nothing like niggas been knew how to steal. Like, please, niggas, I go steal a whole turkey, bitch, and a ham. Like, what I don't know what the fuck wrong with Trump, but I don't know if he want war or not. But niggas is ready. Yo, the internet is not letting up. Yeah, I got me crying. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it is like, damn, like, dang, like, niggas don't give a fuck, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, you feel me? I'm mad, but I got food for me. I got food for days. If you know me, you already know how I give it up. Freezer go crazy. But at the end of the day, shit, I'll go buy it or I'll go steal it. It ain't nothing. I steal all that shit. Shit, anyway. Y'all ready for the looting? The fuck is going on? I'm in tune this time. I ain't missing this time. Shit, I'm outside.
With food stamps already being taken away, a Walmart already got fucking raided. And this is not going to be the first by taking away the EBT fucking food stamps, especially right before fucking Thanksgiving, right before the fucking holidays. And if they think the American people are going to be okay with it, you think the American people are going to go starving? Yeah, you got it all the way fucked up. expect way more fucking riots at the grocery stores, at Walmart, at Target, wherever EBT is fucking accepted at. Yeah, because apparently the only place that is still getting EBT is New York City and California. But what about the rest of the fucking thousands and millions of fucking people who literally depend on fucking EBT for food? And I heard Aldi is doing a Thanksgiving feeding of 10 people for only $40 freaking dollars. And I don't know how true it is, but you know what? If it is, I'm so motherfucking glad. Mind you, Aldi is not even an American brand. It's a European brand. They don't even celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah. People have no food during Christmas, have no food during Thanksgiving. Like, they know exactly what they are doing. They want people to cause commotion, but these are just people who are fucking hungry. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, this shit is not gonna end in a good fucking way. If y'all are gonna sit here and think that people of this fucking century is gonna sit home and starve while there's mad fucking grocery stores around them, yeah, you got it all the way fucked up.
Motherfuckers talk about they ain't giving enough food stamps. Bitch, I just ran out the stove. What, I'm about to with a whole... What? Y'all know I done ran out the store if that shit is bagged up. Come on now, just lying and shit. But that I'm premeditating. Bitch, I'm getting prepared. Bitch. Yeah. For next month. My whole motherfucking Thanksgiving shit is gonna be pushed out. Bitch, I'ma YOLO that shit, bitch. YOLO, bitch. I'ma motherfucking get the motherfucking strength that day. Cause I be scared to steal. But bitch, I ain't gonna be scared that day. Bitch, I swear to God, bitch. I might start going up and that motherfucker pushing that shit out and start doing like Thanksgiving packages. Come with a ham, a turkey, one come with the dressing, mac and cheese side, all that type of shit. Be on the lookout, bitch. For real.
I went from having $1,100 EBT every month, and that was just with 4 children, to 0. Now, how the fuck am I gonna feed my children? Was the first thing that came to my mind. Then my inner voice was like, girl, you been feeding these children with or without food stamps before you got food stamps, so you could still do it. Like, I told y'all I was gonna take y'all to a food bank with me. When I tell y'all I just left a community event, I'm about to go to another one. I came home to take a break because, baby, it's hot out there. I told my children to Google some food banks that may be open or maybe open next week, you know, so I could take y'all with me. When I tell you they Googled it and they was taking me there, they was GPSing me, tell me why I pulled up at the food bank and with no food bank. So y'all got to be careful with a GPS take y'all. Because I went to the food bank and it was nothing there but an abandoned building on the other side. But the dot where the pin where the food bank's supposed to be at, it looked like where Pennywise lived at. Wasn't a church. Wasn't a building. Wasn't a house. It was a tunnel with trees and stuff grew over it. I just knew I was about to bring me a box of food home today. But I promise you them children get a meal every night. Will they?
I can't take anymore. Maybe y'all could take more. I can't take anymore. Listening to these women run their damn mouth, talking about stealing and looting over their EBT if they don't get their EBT. And the whole time I'm thinking, girl, there is nothing wrong with you. Your mouth runs at 20 miles a minute. You could get a customer service job. You could get a phone operator job. You talk enough. You can curse people out. Be this, be that, be this, be that. I realized that we're not helping these people by giving them free stuff. All we're doing is emboldening them in their ignorance. See, when the free food and free money is about to get cut off, all of a sudden they're worried, they're up in arms. But when the decisions were being made that made them solely dependent on the government for survival, you know what they told you? You know what they said to you? They gave you 3 words. I don't care. I don't care. These little ghetto hood rats, that's their favorite word. I don't care, B. I don't care, B. They say that word almost like they're trying to challenge you to do something to them. I don't care, B. You don't even have to be saying anything that's offensive to them. They want to offend you a little bit just to let you know how much, how little they respect you or your opinion. Now they talking about stealing out the grocery store. If I don't get my food stamps, I'ma just go steal it. But here's the thing. These same people, you know what they do every 4 years and what they do during every election? If they don't vote, because a lot of these people don't vote, they still give lip service to the very group that is responsible for their EBT being cut. So what you have is the most ignorant people in America supporting the most ignorant political party in America that feels that it's okay to make them suffer in the name of political gain. But here's the funny part. When the people that they vote for, the Democrats, make them suffer, you know what they turn around and do? You know what Bonquisha, Glocktavius, and Raekwon do? They make you suffer. You law-abiding American citizen just out here trying to work hard and feed your family. So basically, you are a hostage. You're a hostage. Basically, the Democrat or liberal wing of our government uses the ignorant element within your own community to hold you hostage. If you ever think about voting against the Democrat Party, we gonna have these wild mandingos that we done trained and got addicted to free food, free money, and drugs. We gonna let these wild mandingos we done trained rip you to shreds. You are a hostage. Because now, come the first and their EBT card don't work, guess what's about to happen? You're not going to be able to go find groceries to pay cash money for in your neighborhood. That's why I love the fact that I live in a small little white community. Because we got a little grocery store. It's a little small grocery store. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because you might try to go there. We got a little tiny grocery store right up in my neighborhood. They got everything you need. They got all the essentials. And I stopped by there today. I said, are you doing anything to prepare for the EBT apocalypse? They said, you know, we brought in a few extra crates of milk and eggs and cheese and butter. But they said they don't think they'll be affected. I said, thank God I moved from around these Negroes. Thank God I moved from around these Negroes. Do you see how these women are ready to resort to violence? But they're the victims, right? They're the most educated. They're fighting on the front line for the black man. They're saving the community. They're overqualified. Everybody's hating on them. But the minute the freebies are taken away, the minute the unfair advantage is taken away, they turn into ravenous animals. Just like the Pookies, the Glocktaviuses, and the Ray Rays that they reproduce with. See, everyone can look good or put on a front when they have free money coming in and free food. Everyone can make themselves look like something when they're given the tools necessary to put up a front. But I'm telling y'all look at the black men in the hood. And the black women in the hood, they say, oh, well, we differ from these black men. These black men ain't no good. These black men, they don't want to work. These black men, they ain't trying to do nothing with themselves. Soon as you take away the handouts, soon as you take away the welfare check, the entitlements, the swap meet dividends, they sounded a lot like YNs. I mean, give me a 1 in the comments if you feel like they sounded a lot like YNs. I really want y'all to sound off in the comment. I want to talk to y'all tonight because I believe that there are a lot of you out there who still believe that it's Donald Trump and the Republican Party that are responsible for you not getting your food stamps. But what if I told you I had a video where the Democrat Party admits, they literally admit that they are withholding your food stamps as leverage because it's the only leverage they have against the Republicans? What if I told you that? Shout out to my girl Rockin' Chair 212. Shout out to Chase Fool, that girl, that Goomerk, Brick Baby, the fake Brick Baby is in the building. Listen, what if I told you that they've literally gone on record and admitted that they are the ones causing your food stamps not to come for the month of November? They're the ones who are going to make sure that your kids don't get Thanksgiving. What if I told you they admitted it? Guess what? If they admit it, that means that you are ultimately responsible for your food stamps not coming in November. And it would almost seem like the decisions that you're making are having a direct impact, a direct negative impact on your life. Understand that. It almost would seem like that your decisions are having a negative impact directly on your life. And that is why I am happy that the food stamps and the welfare entitlements are getting cut. You know why? Because I believe for many African American people, this might be the first time in their life where they will have to accept or admit that a decision that they made directly led to them losing something that they needed. Congratulations, folks. Congratulations, folks. You successfully robbed your children of Thanksgiving. Let's play this video where the Democrats admit that they are responsible for the food stamps being cut. It's not that long, it's 1 minute. We'll play the whole thing since it's...
We are now in week 4 of the government shutdown, and while Democrats are trying to pin the blame on President Trump, one top Democrat suggests to our Chad Pergram that her party is using the shutdown as, quote, leverage. Chad joins us now live from Capitol Hill. Do tell, Chad.
John, good afternoon. Catherine Clark of Massachusetts is the number 2 Democrat in the House. President Trump vows to cut programs important to Democrats, but Democrats are convinced that that could eventually pay them political dividends, even if there's pain involved. No responsibility on the Democrats, or at least you don't think that the public will perceive that the Democrats are responsible.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible, and of course there will be, you know, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously, but it is one of the few leverage times we have.
The White House jumped on Clark's comments. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt posted this to X. Democrats are now admitting that they are intentionally causing American families to suffer. Leavitt then wrote, quote, "What is wrong with them? Republicans worry about federal workers off the job."
The fact that we have furloughed federal employees that aren't getting paid, clearly the evidence shows that they don't really care about federal employees.
Now the Senate takes a test vote tomorrow on a bill to pay essential workers. Republicans want to get Democrats on the record as voting for or against those who are working without a paycheck. John?
It's quite the headline you got there, Chad. Thank you so much. Sandra?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Okay, so at this point, they're admitting to you. The lady said, I know families will suffer, but it's the only leverage we have over the Republicans. And guys, do you know why they need the leverage? They need the leverage so that they could give illegal immigrants free health care. That is literally why your kids will not have Thanksgiving and maybe not even Christmas, because they look like they've dug their heels in and they're ready to go for the long haul on this one and take whatever the repercussions are. I'm just sick of this crap where I'm demonized. The conservative blacks are demonized because we are looking at the situation with it based, with logic and rational thinking. But we're the bad guys when we've been warning you. And we don't just warn you to say, oh, the Democrats don't give a damn about you. The Republicans don't even give a damn about you. It is politics. You give something to get something, better known as quid pro quo. What do you have to give so you can get something in return? But what you don't do is you never give anything for free. Because when you give something for free, they know that they got the go-ahead, the green light to take advantage of you, to abuse you, and deprive you of things because you'll support them no matter what. How many black children will not have a Thanksgiving this November because mama and daddy said, blue no matter who, we just can't vote for the orange man? Well, you voted for no turkey. And if you're black like me, you don't even eat turkey. You voted for no ham. This is what happens. And as much as I wanted to I wanted to be sad about this, we needed it. As African Americans, we needed this. You talking about cut the check? Well, God doggone it, the Democrats just cut you a reality check. You don't even hear losers like Tariq Nasheed or any of these people talking about this. They don't even want to touch it because they know that they've been a part of the programming that has African American people feeling like they are obligated to support a political group that doesn't give a damn about them. We are supposed to sell our vote. We are supposed to make them earn our vote, trade, barter with us for our vote with tangibles. See, the Democrats have gotten too familiar with the black community. They know that you're a bunch of chumps. They know that you will support them no matter what. But you know what's so funny? There's some Negro who's going to still be telling you, oh, no, you need to support the Democrats. But you know who's not going to miss Thanksgiving? Those politicians' kids. Your kid ain't getting crap for Thanksgiving, but those politicians' kids going to be living off the fat of the land. They're going to have the turkey, the dry-ass turkey white folks be making. They're going to have a gravy boat pouring us, just slopping it on there. And you know what they're not going to be thinking about? All the little Negro children who don't got no Thanksgiving because mama and daddy wanted to be loyal to Chuck Schumer. It's outrageous. It's outrageous that these people claim to care about you. These people claim to care about you. But they care about you so much that they're willing to let your children starve so they can have political leverage over the Republicans. Like, what leverage do they have? Would you believe me if I told you that the Republican Party already has a strategy for this? Give me a 1 in the comments if you want me to tell you what the Republican Party strategy to beat the Democrats is in this situation, so they don't ever have to capitulate to the things, to the deal breakers that the Democrats have set for them keeping the government shut down. So this is what hey cuz, I'm going to see you soon. Love you. So this is what the Republicans are going to do. So right now, the Republicans, because the Democrats are using the filibuster. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. The Democrats are using the filibuster to keep from having to vote on funding the government, right? So every government worker, military people, all that, they're not getting paid. So what the Republican Party is doing to basically show the American people that it is the Democrats that are keeping the government from being opened up, they are now about to begin presenting individual funding bills for government workers. They're going to introduce a bill to fund the military. Well, guess what? If the Democrats don't want the government to open, they will all have to vote against the bill to fund the military. They're going to produce a bill to fund the they're gonna produce a bill to fund the postal workers. Well, the Democrats, if they want to keep the government shut down, they're gonna have to vote against that bill, right? See, because if you pass legislation to just pay these people anyway, that eliminates the effect of the filibuster on the funding bill. So the Republicans are just gonna go around. And they're going to go in a roundabout way and still pay everybody. But if the Democrats vote against those bills, it's going to show America that it is the Democrat Party who is keeping the government workers from getting paid and the welfare recipients from getting their money and their food stamps, right? They have to block these bills. But if you don't care, you know, that's our favorite. I don't care. Well, guess what? They made you care. You know what black people told me? I've been on the internet for 5 years, for 4 years. You know what black people been telling me? They've been telling me politics don't matter. It don't matter who get elected. It don't matter this. It don't matter. Your vote don't count. Damn, when your kids is eating air turkey, you're going to learn. You're going to learn that what happens in the big house, it impacts the slaves out in the field. I believe that the one gift that Donald Trump has given to every American is that he has made them understand that the decisions they make or refuse to make when it comes time to choose leadership truly do have an impact on your life. Some of us see it. Some of us just can't see it. Others of us see it but choose to stick their head in the sand. But now it's at your doorstep. Because you've been watching this channel for a long time. How many times have I said Negroes don't want to do nothing till it's sitting on their doorstep? But I'm going to change that tonight. I'm going to say Negroes don't want to do nothing till it's not sitting on their table. Come Thanksgiving. See, there used to be this joke by Chris Rock. He said they could end welfare tomorrow. Black folks won't give a damn. Niggas are going to be terrified. So while you sit back and worry about EBT, BET, and AFDC, I'm going to be on this plane going to see my cousin play football out there in Chicago. Because you got to work for what you want. And if you are fortunate, if you have the good fortune to be born in the greatest country on earth that provides social safety nets for you in the event that you are not able to work for yourself, you don't share that with no damn body, especially a criminal, illegal alien coming across the border who wouldn't give a squirt of piss to put you out if you was on fire. There's a lesson in all this. It's just a matter of whether or not you're gonna learn it or not. There's a lesson in everything that happens, and there's nothing new under the sun. For centuries, people have been learning the hard way. You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. You just went out there and marched. No kings. You didn't went out there and marched. Oh, no one's illegal and shit. You was up there down in LA marching for the illegal immigrants. Now your kids ain't got no food. I wonder if the illegal alien rapists are going to march for you. I wonder if they will. No, they won't. Sorry, buddy, can't march for you. Don't want to get caught by ICE. Wait. I wonder if the legal Mexicans going to march for you. Hell no, they're going to go to work. They're going to go to work. And they're going to buy their turkey and their tortillas and their salsa. And you know what they're going to be doing? While you out there, dang, we really ain't got no turkey. They're going to be out here, buenos noches, cacarocha. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. That's what they're going to do to you. That's what they're going to do to you. Because they're going to say, how stupid could these people be to sacrifice what they have all to support a political party that don't give a damn about them, who then works to replace them with illegal immigrants who also don't give a damn about them. It's like my granny used to say, you don't think fat meat greasy. Come on now. But I've been warning you. I've been warning you. It's just like in the Bible. It's Sunday, so we're going to bring up Bible story. It's just like in the Bible with Noah in the ark, when Noah tried to warn those no good bastards, hey, it's going to rain. The Bible say they took no note until the door of the ark was sealed. That's Negroes for you. We take no note. Not because we can't see, it's because we don't want to see. And more important than that, we might be able to see, we might want to see, but we don't want to believe. We think that everything is a fucking game. Our number one most important thing we search for is entertainment. Entertainment. That's what we love. This is what I want you to do. When your kids' belly is touching their back, I want you to jump on the dinner table and dance a jig and see how funny and entertained they are. The Bible says you have to act according to knowledge. That means everything you do should be determined by the things you know. And we know a lot. We know a lot of history. Because that's what we always bring up when we try to play the victim. So I know we know about it. We know about slavery. We know about civil rights. We know about Martin Luther King and all that stuff, right? But we don't act based on what we know. We know it, but we don't allow it to impact our decision-making in a real way. You've been out here fighting for 4 years for the Democrat Party. You was out there burning your own communities down in 2020. You was out in the street with the Black Lives Matter garbage. You was out in the street over the illegal immigrants. And what did you get? What did you gain from it? You just lost. You just lost. You gave up your community. You gave up your economy. You gave up your children. You even gave up your identity. You have nothing left to give. Now they taking the turkey off your table, something that you thought was for sure going to be there. Do you know what Claude Anderson called that? Do you even know who Claude Anderson is? Claude Anderson called that progress through concession, meaning you think you're going to move forward by continuing to give shit up, by continuing to lose things. You so damn dumb, you giving away your damn neighborhood now. to somebody from Honduras who don't give a damn about you. Because you just think that if we give up everything, that's going to make the white man look at us like we like him. No, it's going to make him look at you like you're a damn fool, and you'll never be like him. You know that song, Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us? Negroes, other groups were proud to have niggas singing that song. They show is right. We show ain't like them because they dumb as hell. And I have to agree with them. I have to agree. Let me find out y'all out here trying to loot stores and steal because you didn't get your EBT. You know what I didn't hear one of them heifers talking about in these videos? I didn't hear none of them mention a job application. You know, there was a time when money was tight, you might be able to go hop on DoorDash or something and get your ends right. You can't even do that no more because you done let 20 million illegals in here and they up on the DoorDash, 15, 20 people on one account. You try to apply for that quick money where you could drive your little car around or ride the bike around and deliver some food items. We are currently not taking on any new drivers. You give up everything you got to the point where there's nothing left for you. There's nothing left for you. No, we're not saying DoorDash gonna cover everything, but I think if you work DoorDash from now until until November 23rd, I think it might be able to drum up enough for you to get some Thanksgiving. And then y'all talking about something ain't enough. That's a damn lie, because I used to do food delivery all the time, and I was making some guap on that thing. And I wouldn't even leave my dang old neighborhood. I don't know what's wrong with them rocking chair. I don't know what's wrong with them. But I know that they think lawlessness is the answer to everything. It's to the point where you're making decisions that force you to engage in criminality. At that point, nobody feels sorry for you. At that point, nobody feels sorry for you anymore because they say their decisions led them to this place. Their desire to have everything handed to them and to buy into the lie of socialism that everything is going to be free and someone else is going to fit the bill. No one's going to fit the bill for you. No one's going to. If someone was going to fit the bill for you, why did you have to go to the county building and get on welfare? That's my only question. If someone was going to foot the bill for you, why did you have to go down to the county building and get on welfare? Somebody could have just stepped in. Oh, that's not necessary. You know, that's how white people do when they're going to look out for you. I work with a bunch of white folks. You go to pull out your wallet, they say that's not necessary. That's their word. 3 words. That's not necessary. That's how you know a white person gonna help you with something. That's what they would have said if they were gonna pay for you. That's what they would have said if socialism was real. But they didn't say that. They might have worked up in the county office to help you see if you could get approved for benefits. Rarely. But they're not gonna foot the bill for you. They're not going to do for you what you've done for the illegal immigrants. They're not going to give away, they're not going to give you what they have while they're left with nothing. Nah, that's an exclusively African-American thing. Giving people more than we got. That must be some of the residual effects from slavery or something. Because it don't make no damn sense. And you know what's the worst part? The leader of the House of the Democrat Party is a black person. His name is Hakeem Jeffries. We like to call this dude Timu Obama. I'm going to let you hear what this dude had to say after someone played him a clip of the second in charge, the woman, saying that the Democrats purposely shut down the government so that they could have leverage over the Republicans. Listen to what this guy says, bro. It's downright embarrassing. Listen to what this dude say. Oh, he one of us, right? He black, right? Oh, he one of us. He with us. He with us. Shit. Lord knows you lying. Right here.
Suffer. We take that responsibility.
They be willing to wait until planes start crashing before they decide that they want to open back up the government. That's the way I'm interpreting it.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leveraged times we have.
They have had months to negotiate. And you reopen the government, and we lose our leverage, and they say, well, we want this, we want that. No, there has to be an agreement right now. That's what this whole shutdown is about.
Some of our young controllers in the academy, and some who have been given spots in the next class of the academy, are bailing. They're walking away. They're asking themselves, why do I want to go into a profession where I could work hard and have the potential of not being paid for my services? And so we're seeing that real consequence right now. That affects my ability to continue the surge and get more people, more young, well-trained controllers into our system.
Mornings usually are easier, but you can really just feel the building pressure on the entire air travel community as this shutdown goes on. And I'll say first, there are some non-shutdown related things that have also been just regular problems cropping up that you would expect in the airline industry. Last night, Alaska Airlines, for example, they had a major IT outage which resulted in hundreds of flights being canceled all across the country, a lot of frustrated flyers. But that is on top of this just increasing strain that this ongoing shutdown has put on the entire airline industry. So according to the FAA, as you noted, Kate, multiple staffing shortages were reported across the country in air traffic control facilities, more than a dozen. Kate, that's including cities like Nashville, O'Hare, DCA, Houston, New York, Indianapolis. The list goes on, Albuquerque as well. And specifically what I can tell you is that while that directly hasn't led to all of the delays that we're seeing across the country. Some are due to staffing shortages. There's, of course, weather and other things as well. There definitely is an impact being felt. And what we can say is that, according to the FAA, there have been 210 staffing shortages that have occurred since the shutdown.
Okay, so what he's talking about is the air traffic controllers. They are actually government workers. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but it was years ago when the air traffic controllers went on strike and the president fired them all. He said you can't strike if you're a public servant. That's the worst part about, working for the government. You still have to show up to work. But you know what's crazy? Every single Democrat lawmaker, every single Democrat politician, they're going to continue to get their paycheck. They're not going to work for free. But you saw Bernie. Black people just always love this fool. We love Bernie. Bernie just said, damn you, straight to hell. He said, your kids want Thanksgiving, you better get it out the mud. Black folks so cold, they done turned on their own family off of some welfare benefits. Hell, as long as I got my EBT, damn my family. Shoot, I bet you wish you wouldn't have said that now. That's the point that I be making. None of this stuff is promised. This stuff could be gone tomorrow or today or next week. Is whatever you're investing in solid enough to sustain you when they pull the rug from out from under you? But this guy, oh shoot, my bad. This guy, he just continues to lie. Hakeem Jeffrey, he's just a liar, just no good. He's just no good. I'm gonna play you the. Yeah, I was playing you the video where he attempts to lie.
Tell you is that while That directly hasn't led to all of the delays that we're seeing across the country. Some are due to staffing shortages. There's, of course, weather and other things as well. There definitely is an impact being felt. And what we can say is that, according to the FAA, there have been 210 staffing shortages.
Okay, so here.
And the only reason the Senate can't do it is purely because of Democrats. Both parties
Here we go.
passed it.
The largest cut to Medicaid.
All right, listen to this guy.
Yeah, we haven't shut the government down. Donald Trump is the president.
He said, this guy lies. First lie. We haven't shut the government down. Donald Trump is the president. The Republicans control the House and the Senate. It's their fault. But what he's doing is he's counting on the viewer to be ignorant of how politics works. Listen to this guy lie to you.
Republicans control the House and yeah, we haven't shut the government down. Donald Trump is the president. Republicans control the House and the Senate. And what we've repeatedly made clear is that we would not support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people in an environment where Republicans already enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. Hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers are closing because of Republican policies in their one big ugly bill all across the country. Medicare is facing a $536 billion cut at the end of the year unless Congress acts, again connected to the one big ugly bill. And now Republicans are refusing to even consider extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits when open enrollment starts on November 1st. This is a now issue.
But Leader Jeffries, you kind of conflated a spending bill with a clean CR. It's only 24 pages. It keeps the government open at this point. And the House passed it. It's ready to go. The Senate has it. I know that the Republicans control everything, but you know how the filibuster works. And God forbid Republicans, fold on the filibuster because it'll be used, both parties will use it against the other. It's one of the last safeguards that make the Senate different than the House. And the only reason the Senate can't do it is purely because of Democrats. And you had one of your colleagues in the Senate say, this is the only leverage we have. People are going to get hurt. This is the only leverage we have to get what we want on health care. That's a bad look.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about some dire warnings that are going out from the federal government, state governments, airports, due to the fact that Democrats have decided to hold the country hostage, to shut down the government because they want to virtue signal to the far left. Okay, Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, they're trying to save their political careers because they know that the socialists smell blood in the water and they're going to primary Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, okay, because of the fact that they're seen as weak, right? They're too weak.
Okay, so this is a bigger web if you follow it and pay attention to it. I don't expect all you all to do that. If you did, that will put me out of a job because my job is to kind of put this in a compact little video for you guys to all understand, so you guys can all understand what's going on without having to invest the time. I do that for you. But basically, all the little blue-haired freak kids and all the people who showed up to the No Kings rally and all that stuff, those people are what you call far left Democrats, right? The policies that they support are wholly unpopular with the American people, with a large majority of the American people. But somehow they have gained a foothold within the Democrat Party. In the days of old, the Democrat Party would just be like, F them, we're not listening to them, they have no say. I don't know if you all are old enough to remember the Tea Party. That was on the Republican side. There was this more far right group called the Tea Party that kind of infiltrated the Republican Party, but the Republicans did really good with getting rid of them. Well, the Democrats, they didn't do what the Republicans did with the Tea Party, with the far leftists, right? They let these people have a say. They went along with the nonsense that these people were spreading because it really allowed them to, they used them as like an attack dog against Donald Trump. And if you notice, the leaders who are a part of this far left liberal wing, most of them ended up losing their seats, whether it was in the House or the Senate, right? Some that come to mind, are people like Jamal Bowman. They all tend to be black too. Jamal Bowman, Nina Turner, and the list goes on and on of black people who sacrificed their political career trying to, Cori Bush. These people sacrificed their political career so that they could get in bed with far left ideologues, right? Well, the white Democrats, they're not dumb enough to do that. They let black Democrats throw their careers away so they could keep their jobs, right? Now, the far left wing has grown, and they're looking at the moderate or level-headed Democrat leadership as being weak. Oh, you guys don't want to take the risk. You guys don't want to fight Trump and all this stuff. And what the moderate Democrats don't want to come out and say is, hey, look, guys, fight Trump. Our job is to work together with Republicans to move America forward. What you guys want us to do is illegal to do. So now the far left, I call them the kids of the party, they are attacking the leadership, the old dogs, and they're trying to get them out of the way by primarying them. And they're being led by Bernie Sanders and Andrea Ocasio-Cortez. Here's the problem. Bernie Sanders and Andrea Ocasio-Cortez, they have voted with the old dogs on 99.9% of all legislation. So what you have is the leadership of the little blue-haired liberal freak kids is lying to them, making them believe that they are going to do something different if they put them in power. But the reality is, if they put AOC in power, they put Bernie Sanders in power, it's going to be business as usual because the Constitution and all that stuff is written in stone. No one's changing the Constitution. The Supreme Court has a 6-3 majority of conservatives, and those dudes are going to sit in that court for life. Understand that. And I believe towards the end of Donald Trump's presidency, he's going to be able to put some more people on the Supreme Court if some people retire. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think the conservative judges are going to strategically retire before Donald Trump's presidency ends, and he's going to appoint 3 more conservative judges, and then you're going to have 20, 30 more years where you just got a conservative Supreme Court. But that's what the system of checks and balances is. So when you're out there in the street screaming, no kings, they need to do a protest called No Idiots. Because that's what they was out there looking like. All right, somebody asked to come up. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, remember, all contributions are appreciated. We do have mouths to feed. Please don't make me be like these people on EBT. My daughter, she can eat. She going to be looking at me, Daddy ain't got no turkey for you. She going to be looking at me crazy as hell. Like, what you mean we ain't got no turkey? So the link is in the comments if you want to come up and speak on this topic. But there's something else, actually. If no one comes up, there's something else you guys didn't watch my video from earlier. Would you guys believe me if I told you that Bernie Sanders, the Jewish guy, Bernie Sanders, the guy who was going along with calling Trump a Nazi, Trump's a Nazi, all this crap they say. Would you believe that Bernie Sanders and the Democrat Party are currently endorsing an actual Nazi for the Senate seat in Maine? A dude who has a Nazi skull and crossbones called the Totenfink or whatever it's called. He has it tattooed on his chest. And Bernie Sanders is making excuses for him. What up, P Sizzle?
Hey, Brandon, how's it going? I just wanted to say really nice shout out from the New York Times with the Destiny debate. I think that'll do really good for your channel on YouTube. But yeah, I think really on board with your message about the benefits, especially someone in this as a teenager-ish around this generation, like Gen Z. I would say a lot of people are just entitled nowadays, aren't really willing to go out and work. So I think just having that work requirement on benefits, whether it be unemployment, Medicare, Medicaid, Obamacare, ACA, whatever it may be, just have those work requirements. People are going to cry about it in the beginning, but honestly, like, we have to pick our shit up. And I think just taking a look at other foreign countries, like, people aren't really as lazy as the people in America are, to the most part. And I just think Trump's just trying to send the message that, hey, you're not going to live off the government's dime anymore. We need to reinvigorate our economy, especially as rate cuts are coming ahead in 2026, where there's going to be a lot of people taking out loans, a lot of business activity going on. And we have to have our workforce ready when that happens. So that's where I stand with it. I really appreciate the conversation around the government shutdown. And I think people that aren't woke, aren't SJWs, they'll realize that, hey, this is necessary. And Trump promised us that one big, beautiful bill earlier in the year, just so that we can get all the necessary stuff we need taken care of in the spring. And right now, any revisions, recessions packages, that now is the time to bake those in. And unfortunately, the things that Democrats want to hold against Republicans, it's not going to happen, just because it's like a truth within the party that, like, the Medicare stuff, the Medicaid stuff, the Obamacare stuff, the unemployment benefits, that has to be cut down. There's a lot of bad actors involved in that. And I think just the government clamping down on that is good. And us Republicans always stand for small government. So, like, I'm fully on board with your message, and I just hope that people don't fall into, like, the bait that people like Destiny give them, or people like Kamala gives them. Just because, like, it's so annoying seeing people, like, sell themselves out for big spending and federal policies. Like, even in New York City, you see so many dumbasses just, like, listening to what Zoran has to say. Like, this guy wants to have socialist, communist grocery stores. This guy doesn't want to. This guy doesn't want to allow ICE into New York City, which, by the way, New York City is notorious for holding all those illegal immigrants in, like, the Roosevelt Hotel and other hotels during Biden's administration. So I just hope that even if there are, like, some retarded people, like, say, Zoran or AOC, that the majority of the country realizes that all they're doing is pandering, and none of the promises that they're making is ever going to actually end up happening.
No, I mean, listen, this is what's going on, man. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing, and you want me to tell you something that's funny? Would you believe me if I told you that all this starts and ends with the liberal white female? Like, black folks, oh, we black and this and that and caring, and they want to go out white women, right? Bro, if you look at the group that's leading this charge of, like, I don't want to work, it's liberal white women.
Yeah.
I've been watching this show.
Caleb, I love Caleb Hammer.
This guy,
he goes into all these people that are just, like, mediocre failures of life.
You gotta watch this episode. This lady, this white lady right here, she basically is using this white guy. Oh, we met in high school. All this crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, he was a nerd in high school. But she's a bum. She doesn't work. This guy's making like $90,000 a year. And all of a sudden, oh, we reconnected. Caleb Hammer's like, oh, so you guys reconnected once you were a broke ass and you had no money and decided that you don't want to work.
You know what the sad thing about that show is? Like, almost all the guys that come on that show are just so bad at making money, and, like, their woman pretty much, like, runs their life for them. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I'll go ahead and watch this.
But this guy actually, well, I'm gonna let you guys listen to a little bit of this. These are the people who got your woman out here talking about, I want to run up in the grocery store and steal because my food stamp EBT card got cut off. These are them. These liberal white women are making people feel like, oh, I don't got to work, because they don't want to work.
Really like to move out of the United States. That was a big thing that we were in alignment on.
Where?
Like,
we have a few options that we talked about, like
New Zealand or France.
That's not a cheap one.
Italy.
That will be a failed one. That will be an extra failed one. Germany's Northern European countries like Denmark, Switzerland, Netherlands. Okay. She's also, we've also,
why?
Just because of the political climate, we don't think things are going great.
Europe's going to the right as well.
Yeah, I mean the whole world is worldwide.
Reform's
right?
about to just smash and win the next UK election. I don't.
Yeah.
The whole world is going conservative, and they're talking about we want to leave the United States, right? But when you listen to this moron says he wants to leave, Caleb didn't let him get it out, but he was about to say she something. So he wants to leave his $90,000 a year job so some bum of a woman to appease this woman who does not want to work and is living off of him and basically sleeping with him, if she's even doing that, in exchange for him paying all her bills.
Italy, you say Italy? Everyone.
I didn't say Italy.
Who says Italy? You're saying Italy? They're
That's news to me.
Everyone on in the United States and whatnot calls her a fascist, right?
Really?
Yes.
I know I didn't know that.
You know what?
The right's going to likely win in France as well.
You know what Italy did in World War II, right?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I know that.
I don't know why we're talking about 100 years ago, but okay, yeah. 80, but...
Lord.
Okay, and of where we have a booming tech sector.
I guess it's like the trade-off is I make less money, but the idea is that, our quality of life would be better in a different country.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, I don't know what kind of life are you trying to live?
I mean, I want to live.
He doesn't have a job. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm currently trying to go back to school. I want to be an English teacher of English as a foreign language in another country.
And that could work. What's the quality of life? Because if we're talking quiet, walkable communities, sure, you can get that. But
yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're going for.
You can find that in pockets in the United States as well. It's less common. But I don't know. Even still, when it comes to dollars left over, I mean, the math has been done. You take every subsidy, you get everything from the government-funded healthcare, whatnot. And this is in Germany alone. You take that, you compare it to the United States. After everything that's free over there that we have to pay in the private sector, because our incomes are so substantially higher, we still, at the end of the day, have more leftover money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not substantially more, but even after everything,
I just can't believe that because
we do have the best healthcare in the world. And you guys, as a combined household income of $90,000, when you're married, you would have access to that.
I just can't.
Now listen to this idiot. This is where P-Sizzle. This is where she really exposes herself as being an idiot and a freeloader. And mind you, she's only been with this guy for like 6 months. The way they were talking, you would have thought they were together for 10 years. She's only been with this guy for 6 months. And this guy's already paying all her bills and everything. Listen to what she says.
Can't believe that because especially being
a
woman in the United States.
Okay, well, you're talking abortion.
Present with, I've actually had 2 abortions.
Okay.
But when you're a woman in the United States and you have like a chronic health condition, you're more likely to go undiagnosed for 10 plus years.
Girl, you haven't signed up for health insurance to go to the doctor when you get it for free.
I mean, even when I had health insurance, I didn't really have the time to go to the doctor.
Girl, you have nothing but time.
And then
again,
okay, so the United States sucks because the health care. He tells her you have free health care, which she can get a policy on the Affordable Care Act where she would pay nothing, absolutely nothing, and she could go see a doctor and do all that, right? She says, I probably have dozens of undiagnosed illnesses, right? She can go pay $0 with the ACA. Then when he explains that to her, she says, oh, well, I don't have time. He says, bro, you have nothing but time. You don't have a job. See, it's just the victim mindset.
She's daydreaming about a better life in another country where, like, I see it all the time where, like, salaries in England and Germany are, like, substantially less than what we make here in America across, like, every industry. And, like, it's kind of sad because she just doesn't want to take accountability for the fact that...
What's sad is you have a whole generation of African Americans who follow this bullshit, And then we become the face of this mindset when in reality, white folks are leading this nonsense and black folks are doing what we do best, following along. We're the ones buying into this because I'm telling you, bro, like people don't want to believe this. They want to make black people the face of every level of degeneracy, but liberal white women,
It's
every
true.
degenerate
It's true.
movement in America was started by them.
The liberal white woman is the reason why all these different minorities like voted for Hillary Clinton back during when she ran against Trump. It was like, I promise you, not a single minority really cares about Hillary Clinton or her husband that much.
No one even knows them except for bro was president for a little bit.
Right.
Look at this. These white women fought they men to get the right to work and all this shit. Now that has backfired. Reality has set in, right? So now they don't want to work. They want to change the rules now, right? They want to go back to the way it used to be. But it's so fucked up now, they can't go back. So their answer is, let's bring in a bunch of illegal immigrants as slave labor who will work for crumbs so we can go back to the days where we didn't have to work.
And they're so dumb because like this lady, for example, like she's had 2 abortions. I don't even know if the guy's gonna ever be able to have a family with her.
So you watched this episode, right?
I didn't watch this specific episode, but like the ones I do watch are like, and this is the funny part, the only women that come on Caleb's show that have their life together are like the OF streamers because they make so much money. They burn through like a lot of it, but they still have some left over. But like all the other ladies that come on here, it's always the same shit. Nutcase, SJW wants free stuff. Is complaining like, and she's complaining that America's like not even a good country to live in. Like she doesn't even know what it's like to live in other countries.
She's never even been outside of America.
Like if you go to France, there's like a ton of people from like Algeria, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Tunisia.
Bro, my mechanic is from France and he's Moroccan.
Exactly. And it's like, it's nothing against bro, but it's like there's so many fucking illegals in France. Like I don't even know if you can spot a white person in Paris anymore.
He's half white, he's half Moroccan. He says, F France, I'll never go back.
Right.
He's a legal immigrant, but he said that, I mean, he's not even an immigrant. He's a legal resident because he was born there. But he said illegal immigrants have ruined France. He said America is the best country on earth.
And the other side isn't as good as like he or she is claiming to be, because even if they were to move to Italy, I promise you the amount of capital that's available in Italy is far lower than you would find in America. He's going to be paid like next to nothing.
I'm going to tell you a secret. When I go to Kenya, I hang out in this little beach town called Malindi. Nothing but Italian elderly. It used to be just all these old Italian people, right? Now, when I went back the last time, all their kids are living there now. And when I'm talking to them like, what's going on with like, why are there so many young Italians here now? They say there's no work in Italy.
Yep.
In the south of Italy, they can't even afford to live. So now their kids, their kids our age, their adult kids are now moving to Malindi, Kenya with their parents because they can't afford to make a living in Italy anymore. Obstacles to opportunity. What up, my brother? Go ahead.
Nah, I was just listening to the bill that you was just putting on, man. They try to switch up the flow, huh? They try to say, hey, hold on now, I don't want to work now. Oh, yeah, so you on the call. So they try to say they don't want to work now, trying to switch up. Is that what it is? That's the new play?
That's the play, bro. That's the play. The white woman, the middle-aged white woman wants to now go back to being the damsel in distress. She's ready for the patriarchy to take the wheel back now.
Mm-hmm. And you know it's hard out here for a pimp,
man,
when you're trying to get that money for the rent.
Hey, my lady tell me straight up.
Gas money spent will cause a whole lot of just jumping ship. They jumping ship now. What happened to the empowerment? Right? What happened to that? I could do that by myself.
They must have been watching that Taraji P. You know that interview.
And now they want to. And now, if you're not a wise gentleman, you end up following an individual who's talking about another country and what they may or may not have, And come to find out, behooves of you, they don't have what you think they have. Moving to
No
France
way.
as if it would be so easy. It's worse. The cost of ownership is even harder in a place like France because of the low pay that they receive. These balances that you receive from benefits are taking 45% of your capital. So, yes, the rare times that you do need to go to the hospital, you may be covered in a long line of actual health benefits. But at the end of the day, you don't have money to survive the 364 days that you're not in the hospital. And again, they think the struggle is easy.
They save your life so you could go live in abject poverty in a country in a country that's historic. It's so stupid. You go to Europe, right? You're walking around, because I've been to Europe several times. You're walking around all these castles and all this stuff, and the people don't even have money to afford to even eat at the restaurants or anything. You go in the restaurant, there's no one in there. Why is there no one in there? Because no one has money. You're the tourist, so you got the money. And you talk to then the worst part, you walk through the park, right? You're going out at night trying to have a nice little walk in the park. You got the drug dealers. Hey, man, I got that coke, that crack, that speed, because they've decriminalized drugs over there. So every time you take a walk, a million drug dealers are all over you. So this is what I'm saying. It's what people who don't know, they don't know anything, but they're speaking on it like they just are so sure it's going to be better. But here's what I'm telling you. The liberal white woman wants to retreat back into white supremacy. I want to go to a country that's more white than this one. See, their whole entire thought process is circular, man. Everything they say they hate, they actually love it by the time they get to the conclusion of their thought process. Go ahead, guys. Any last thoughts before I start playing this again?
You go ahead.
All right, I'm just gonna start this back up. Shout out to my boy Sticks and Stones for the $5 holler. Salute to the channel. Yeah, we cooking. We ain't gonna cook for the whole hour 30, because I'm probably gonna start reducing the time of this show. But we are gonna be here until I get my point fully across. Shout out to Cheeky Metro. Next vote is Vance, the only option. Who is it in your opinion? Yeah, I'm a Vance guy for now. Either Vance or DeSantis. But you know what? I gotta stay true to my words. I'm gonna wait to see what everybody has to offer, and then I'll make a decision based on that.
Brandon, let me ask you, how do you feel about Tom Homan, the ICE guy? I just feel like Vance is such a obvious choice. Do you really think JD Vance is gonna get most of our party to sign up for him? Because I look at him now, it's like, what has he really done? I feel like Trump's always in the news. Trump's always the guy that's doing these deals. It's so hard for me to get behind him. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, that's why they'll have a primary, so we can see and vet him. Obviously, as the vice president, you only get to know so much about him. But we're gonna have a nice primary, because a lot of people are gonna be coming for that seat. Trust me, this 2028 election is gonna be crazy. So we're gonna see if he's worth his weight in salt. But I hope he's just sitting back soaking up game from Trump. I mean, he got 4 years to do nothing but soak up game. So if he's doing that, if he's dotting his I's and crossing his T's and letting Trump lace him up with game, it should be an easy win for him. Yeah, Vance and Rubio. I could see Marco Rubio being vice president for sure. Rubio seems like he's gonna definitely be the first Latino. Because if they need someone who's a Latino, they're gonna need someone like Rubio who got common sense, not an emotional mess, just opening borders and stuff like that. Because you got to be able to trust.
And I feel like Rubio's done a good job as Secretary of State. Like, he's been down to Israel, he's been down to the Palestine area, he's been down to Europe with Trump. And we've seen a lot of Rubio out there. I'd also throw in Ron DeSantis in there, but his wife is stirring up a lot of drama in the governor's race for Florida. So I'm just not sure. I'm sure that the party machine will find some dirt on DeSantis again. But yeah, I agree with you. DeSantis or Rubio will be a great challenge to someone like AOC or Hakeem Jeffries or whoever the liberals put out.
If AOC runs for president, we win. If any of those people we win. No one's voting for
I want to be optimistic and say yeah, but half the country is retarded. So.
No one's voting for her outside of her district. She'll win California, New York. she probably won't win anything else. She's that bad. Like that lady has some. She's just an idiot. But let me play this some more.
This is the crazy thing. I hate that you are getting me to defend our system, which is a certainly broken system. Everyone agrees on that across all political ideologies. And you're getting me to defend it because of the simple fact that you just literally haven't taken 5 minutes to go online and sign up for something that I pay taxes for. And happily. And it's because you're a woman?
All right.
I think it's because you haven't gone... Go on, let's hear something else. Because that one was lost.
There was a lot of awkward silence
that one up.
in this one. Because this lady was
What else do we hate?
idiot.
Other than everything. Because this is, listen, we're not doing, big United States debate. The thing is, we are making a massive financial change where you are going to go to a place where you are objectively going to get paid less. Okay, you get social benefits, it almost offsets it in certain places. France, no. Italy, definitely not. Germany, potentially. Northern European countries, certainly more like Norway with the sovereign wealth fund. They invested it very capitalistically and very well. I wish we could do that with Social Security. We did it. Now we're... But either way, good. So we're making a big financial decision here. But you can't bring up an actual point as to why when you just say you hate everything. Can you give me one thing?
Well,
it's a little more valid?
Just feel like with the current
here we go.
regime that's in place that we're heading
democratically elected. You can disagree with them. We can disagree with every elected official. They were elected.
I don't know about democratic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, listen. You can go check this out on your own time. I have just one piece of advice. Never become this guy. Lead your house. If a woman don't let you lead, she's not the woman for you. This man making $90,000 a year. He's a senior person at his job, meaning people work under him. He tell people what to do. But he goes home and he cucks it up to some chick who can't even find a job. He said, what's your work history? She said, I've just been in and out of office jobs my whole life. He was like, damn, so just in and out. So you can't hold down a job. And that woman came into his life. And because he's sitting there thinking, wow, I scored when I met this white princess, he's letting her tell him what to do. And he's going to allow her to push him into making a decision that's going to blow up in his damn face. I could already see it. And then he's going to be another guy in the red pill community. Women are nothing. They're heartless. They hate you. And she's cheating on you and all this stuff. The guy's just an idiot. And then he tries to chime in. Well, I wouldn't say democratically. Man, shut your ass up. We talking to the boss right now. Anything else? Obstacles?
He said, shut your ass up. You're talking to the boss right now. Yeah. Man, I hear the rhetoric often from a lot of expats who have these different types of ideas about how difficult the United States is and how the rest of the world is extremely easy. But Brandon and I, being well traveled, and not just traveled, like we popped in, we did the dance with the local, ate the cuisine and bounced out, but we actually lived in the countries for a fixed amount of time, can understand that a lot of these countries beg, pray, will put a bullet in your head to get your passport and come to the United States to leverage the opportunities that are right there in front of you. So as much as you might want to outsource your lifestyle by living overseas here and there, I always remember that it's hail to the empire, United States of America, that allows me to live like a king overseas. If I had to fend for myself selling goat meat in Africa or selling eggs in a bag in Thailand, I would not be able to afford this 1-bedroom apartment with the sauna and everything else that comes with it. So it's always from the empire that hails all the fruits of my labor. And I think people forget that. Men, if you want to lead, I actually love what you said, Brandon. You didn't say argue, debate, crash out with someone who doesn't see it your way. You said that's not the person for you and keep it pushing. And I think that's the best advice, because dudes will get in the trenches with individuals and argue back and forth with a bull dyke when they could just walk off and find a complimentary woman who's already saying, I'm ready to submit to the patriarch. Brandon strikes back.
100. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you coming up here. Always dropping words of wisdom. That vibranium. I will see you on the other side. Peace. Hey, thank you, P Sizzle, for hopping up. You got any last words?
Yeah, real quick. Appreciate you as always, Brandon. But speaking to the white women liberal fatigue, I really think we see it in culture too, because nowadays you see the rise of passport bros. And it's because people have realized that, hey, foreign women from other countries might actually be a little bit more submissive. They might actually let us like live like a man and have control over a household. I think the sooner that liberal white women realize this, the better it is for them. Otherwise, they're all going to be Karens, unmarried, unhappy, and just their life's going to spiral into like disaster, which is happening already, but they don't want to talk about it publicly. But I think so long as men like you, men in other communities stick up for their own autonomy and independence, then I think the household will be good. It's just the weak men, the beta cucks, and even just alluding a little bit back to No Jumper, like you have bitches like Lush on there just going off on liberal bullshit that he doesn't even know if it's true or not. And everybody around him, including the women, the men, everybody around him just chooses to agree with him. And nowadays, like you see a lot of people on the Reddit, a lot of people in the comments starting to say, hey, I might not like Brandon, I might not fuck with Burrow, but it's nice to have someone with a natural pushback to all the rhetoric that you guys have on that show. And I think it's really nice that people are starting to wake up and realize that, hey, we shouldn't just blindly follow these like liberal cucks. Like we should actually like think about issues on our own, make our own decision, and give pushback where it's necessary. And it's sad because like even your friend Tayef, when you were on the show, like Tayef, I feel like he was so much more outspoken and felt like he could speak his mind. And now like everybody's just cornering him. So that he can't even say anything positive about Republicans, can't even say anything positive about Trump, and it's just a sad truth.
He can't even introduce an unbiased opinion.
Right.
You know, it's just like, oh, we're gonna hop on you, and that's fine. But thank you so much. I appreciate everything, all your commentary on this channel, giving us your insight. Thank you so much for coming up here. Till the next time, my brother. You too. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night when we're at the 1 hour 21 minute mark. Go back and I got a video up right now going more in depth about Bernie Sanders bending the knee to the Nazi Graham. What's his last name? Graham Paltner, or whatever his name is. Check that out, because these guys make the people who are Jewish, they make a big fuss about the anti-Semitism stuff, but you know, we're learning, we learn every day. We're learning that none of this stuff really matters to them. They really don't care about it. What with these people, it's party over everything. Right here, Bernie Sanders. He endorses this guy, Graham Palter. He is a Senate candidate from the state of Maine. Big old Nazi skull and crossbones on his chest. And Bernie Sanders was like, everybody goes through a dark period. Like, bro, nah. If I say something derogatory about Jewish people on here, my channel is getting banned. But now Bernie Sanders in the Democrat Party, the people who scream that Donald Trump is a Nazi and that he's Hitler for the past 4 years, they are now endorsing an actual Nazi. That's why I titled it, You've Got to Be Kidding Me. It's ridiculous, guys. So I felt strongly about that. So go on my channel, go to the videos, click that one. I'm in the park, chopping it up, lacing y'all up with some game. And we got to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing next week. So I'll see you all tomorrow on the live stream. And I will have plenty of videos uploading for you tomorrow. Until the next time, thank you so much for everything you do for this channel. Please take care of yourselves. But most importantly, take care of each other. Peace.